What's up, guys? I'm gonna be going over some cheap stuff to use if you're fishing on budget. If you're like me, you can't go out and afford a $300-400 setup for a rod and reel, and then tackle and line and all that stuff on top of it. So, if you're like me, you need something cheap. So what I'm gonna do with you guys is go over some rods, reels, line, and baits that I use on a cheaper budget and still catch fish. So we're gonna start out with rods and reels and line. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend my new setup here. Recommend my new setup here. This is a Fenwick Eagle 7-foot medium fast action rod. They run about $60. This is the most expensive rod I own. It's $60, and that's a cheap rod. That's a really cheap rod. It's a nice rod from what I've fished with it. I've only fished with it a couple times now, and I really like it. I do enjoy it. It feels good, looks good. Yeah, no complaints. On the rod, we've got a Abu Garcia Silver Max reel, 6:3 to 1 gear ratio, I believe, which is pretty decent. 6 ball bearings, I believe, as well. Only complaint I have is this part is too short for me. The handle, whatever it is, the handle is too short for me, whatever. But that's an easy fix. That's just me complaining. This reel I think I got for like $40 or $50, maybe, and that's on the that's on the super cheap side for these reels as well. So I mean, yeah, it's a $100 setup, and for some people $100 is kind of hard to come by, but this is from what I've seen, a solid setup that I would recommend to anyone. I really enjoy this setup, even though I don't use baitcasters very often and I really suck at using them. This is a really decent quality setup, and for the money at least, and I do like it. The line that I'm using on here is Power Pro 50-pound braid. I don't have any kind of leader on there right now because I didn't need a leader for what I was doing, but Power Pro 50-pound braid, I saw this stuff for $13 a roll at like Meyer or something. At your fishing stores, it's going to be closer to $20 a roll, but you can find this stuff at like Walmart or Myers, and it's going to be a little cheaper usually. But this is a decent setup. It'll catch pretty much, it'll handle pretty much whatever kind of bass fishing you're looking to throw into it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. If you've got money, you've got this rod for this and this rod for that. I'm more of a one for all kind of deal here. I've got 3 rods that I use, and I'll use 1 or 2 of them at most at a time. But that's just me. A lot of guys fish differently. That's just how I do it. Mostly because I'm on a budget and I can't afford to go out and buy 1 rod per setup, which would be awesome, but I can't afford that. So next is gonna be my cheap spinning rod setup. This thing is worn out, guys. I use the crap out of this. Like, look at the handle. You can see like the discoloration on the handle, and then this is broken. I need to glue it back on. Like, I have used the crap out of this rod. It is a Ugly Stick Light by Shakespeare. No complaints. I've cut my personal best on this rod. It's a great rod, to be honest. 6'6" medium action, or medium 6'6" medium action. No complaints. It's a short rod, but I like it. I've got a Abu Garcia Cardinal S40 reel, spinning reel, 4 ball bearings, 5-to-1 gear ratio, a little lower, but good enough for me. Good Cinco rod setup. But yeah, no complaints. I do really like this reel. I use it 99% of the time. I'm using this rod and reel, for what I'm doing around here, especially just because I like throwing a Cinco. But yeah, cannot complain one bit. I like this setup. It's cheap. The rod, I think it was $30 for the rod. So not bad. Pretty cheap for the rod. The reel, I believe it was 30 or 40. I'm just guessing on these prices, guys. I might be wrong. But I believe the rod was around 30. I think both the rod and the reel were each around $30 to $40. So, odd. My camera moved. So, still a cheap setup, whatever. On this reel, I'm also using Power Pro, using a 15-pound test Power Pro braid. No leader as well, because I did not need one. Plus, I don't like using leaders because I think it's annoying. 15-pound test on this setup, mostly used for light tackle like Senkos, just Texas rig stuff like that, or I'll throw a jig, or a square bill crankbait or something like that, a small one with it. But yeah, no complaints. Like this setup. So when you're using soft plastics, it's critical, in my opinion, especially if you're fishing tournaments, to use a scented dye or just scent in general. I've used a couple different scents over time, and I have never found a scent that I like better than JJ's Magic. Like the bottle says, bass love this stuff. But like the bottle doesn't say, everything else loves this stuff too. Bluegill, rock bass, warmouth, if you've ever heard of those, catfish, everything likes this stuff. I've used a lot of different scented dyes, like the cheap stuff from Walmart. You can go to Walmart and get that scented dye. It costs like $5 or $6 a bottle. It comes in like a couple different colors, whatever. This, guys, this stuff right here I got for $5 a bottle, which is the same price generally. And I went and got their summer seasonal pack or whatever. It comes with 2 clears, a chartreuse red, malice chire right, whatever it is, and a dark blue. I swear I switched from Walmart brand stuff to this stuff, and I caught 10 times more fish on average. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not affiliated with JJ's Magic at all. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I made the switch to JJ's Magic. I heard about it from another YouTube channel actually, and unbeatable stuff here, guys. Unbeatable. No joke. So going further, I'm not going to get too deep into the bait side of it, just because there's a lot of baits. You can't really get too cheap, just because, there's only so many baits, and with competitive pricing, you're not gonna get much. I'm gonna go over some jigs. I use jigs like crazy. Summertime's a great time to use jigs. I guess any time's a great time to use jig. I don't know. I like jigs, but this is a cheap jig. It's good color, got a rattler, weedless. What's wrong with that? There's nothing bad. I don't have to go and spend $6 or $7 on a jig when I got this for $3. You know what I mean? It's half the price of the expensive stuff, and it literally does the same thing. There's no difference. The hook's good on it. It's got a good weedless setup on it. The rattler seems pretty solid. The skirt's nice. I like it. Good paint job. Can't complain. This is a Strike King Pro model or something like that. Pro jig, something like that. Can't beat it. Alright, the last 2 things here. Buzz baits. These guys range, and I think a lot of it's the skirt. You can get different skirts and stuff, which some suck, some are good, whatever, but buzz bait's a buzz bait. As long as that hook's good, as long as you can tell that it's pretty well made, I don't see the problem in getting the cheaper one. So that's what I did. I got the cheaper one. Frogs. As some of you may know, frogs are a great bait to use, especially in the summertime. I think, well, mainly in the summertime, I guess, because I sounded stupid. Because frogs hibernate, don't they? frogs. Yeah, you can't beat a frog. I mean, frogs are awesome to be using, morning, afternoon, whatever. And these guys can range in price like crazy. You're talking like anywhere from $3 to like $15, $16 for a frog. It's a frog, people. It's a frog. I mean, as long as it like does well, has decent hooks on it. These are let me explain. These are two different brand frogs. They're about, from the feel of it. Ow, that one has a really sharp hook. This one has a really sharp hook. It just hooked the crap on me. From the feel of them, they are equal quality bodies on them. Obviously, they have, this has got really sharp hooks. This one obviously has really sharp hooks, considering it just hooked me. Yeah, it does good. I mean, they're both as good. This one was cheaper than this one by like $2 or $3. What's the difference? I mean, all it is different color, and the skirts are probably different lengths. This one has like maybe a 3/4 inch longer skirt, or little skirt things, whatever. As long as you just are careful about it, you can get a quality product for a cheaper amount. Like the Senkos, for example, you can get a quality Senko for a cheaper amount. It's not the same, it's not going to be as good, probably, but it's still a decent product, and it's not something that you should just shun away because it's cheaper. It doesn't mean it's junk necessarily, but I wouldn't shy away from the cheaper stuff. Don't worry about getting Senko brand. If you can't afford Yamamoto Senkos, get the cheaper stuff. If it gets you out on the lake fishing, you know what I mean. Don't fret about, oh well, it's got to be the best. You know, you get what you pay for. Not always the truth. You can get literally a $50 setup for a rod and reel. You get you some Yum Dingers for $3. Get you a bottle of JJ's Magic for $5, and you are set. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Yeah, I'm going to try and start posting a little more stuff like this, along with some more vlogs, so keep a lookout for those. If you like this video and you want to see more of them like this one, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget that. And please, please, please don't forget to subscribe. It really shows me that you guys are enjoying this stuff, and I will keep making more videos for you all. And don't forget, you know, guys, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you want to see. If you want to see me go over the boat stuff again, if you want to see me cover JJ's Magic more in depth, or any of these baits, or whatever in depth, let me know in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. Don't worry about asking. I will do it. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, and share it with your friends, guys. You know, help me help you all out. You share me with your friends, and maybe we can all learn something from each other. Get the word out, and we're gonna go do some fishing. Okay. But I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.